Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, you're feeling refreshed, revitalized, and ready for another couple of very excellent seminars from our guests today, which brings me on to our sponsored slot. So, to give you a little bit of background and to give you a little bit of a blow about who is going to be speaking next, we're going to be hearing from Purine Solutions and Technology Limited. And they tell me they were founded in 2018 in London, but today they're based in Milton Keynes. They're a software development company working for field services, management software, and mobile applications. As their founder, Taylin was a pest control technician for 25 years and has started developing Insectram for his company 10 years ago, but has now released it to us all in 2018. So now can we all please be very upstanding to welcome to the stage our two guest speakers for Insectram. So here we go. Hi guys, how you doing?
Well,
Good
thank
morning.
you. Morning. Morning to all.
Lovely stuff. So are you ready to blow us all away with your insect reporting software?
Yes, please. I will leave the floor to Craig. He will be with you guys. But what I can say maybe in one sentence is that data is the center of our business. But to manage everything, we need that data. But if this data is not converted into knowledge, it has no meaning. So Insectram will be your partner and will be with you at all times. And Craig will be. Oh, it's you, Craig. It's you. It's you, mate. Okay. Thank you.
It's wonderful to see such enthusiasm just bleeding through there.
Yeah,
It's so lovely
yeah.
to
Will.
see. So
Okay.
with
Thank
that,
you.
Craig, not that we've both set you up on a pedestal here, but we kind of have. So with that, would you very much like to take it away?
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Good morning, everybody. Alex, I just want to say I'm still smiling about your article in the last PPC magazine about wasps and the description of tiny stripy balls of rage.
Is there any other description of a wasp? Let's be fair.
Yeah.
They are picnic ruining stripy anger balls, aren't they? So there we go. Feel free to use that one at your leisure going forwards.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are in sunny South Yorkshire. I hope it's nice where you are. It's still a little bit cool here, but I've been promised that summer is on its way. So we're here to speak to you today about Insectram pest control software. Insectram are an independent company. We comprise primarily of active pest controllers, BRC auditors, along with a dedicated IT team. Insectram came around due to the lack of what we saw as a lack of software system in the pest control market that allowed us as a pest control company to manage our business and also provide clients, particularly audited clients, with a fully auditable portal that would be compliant to BRC, the food industry, pharma, and storage and distribution. But don't worry, if you're not into the audited sector, Insectram works for everybody. So let's have a look at what Insectram is. I'm just going to share my screen for you guys now. Insectram has been built by pest controllers. Everybody that's involved in Insectram is currently working in the pest control sector, including myself. I work for a small pest control company in Yorkshire, and we previously used various software packages that just never really worked for us and never really worked for our clients. So Insectram gives us basically a system that will run our business and allow us to create data for clients through a dedicated portal. It's a QR code based pest management system, which means that all of our pest monitors have QR codes. It's app based in the field, so the technicians have a mobile app. As they go around doing their daily business, they scan the QR codes. As they scan the QR code, it captures the live data and uploads it onto the portal. So it gives us real-time data and reporting. Previously, as a pest control business, we have used online software that's not really done that for us. So we've had to rely on site folders, the old way of kind of filling in forms and sending out graphs to clients. Insectram has done away with all of that. Everything now is digitized. So one thing it has done for us, it's offered us, and it could offer you guys, a huge increase in sales. So not only is it managing our business for us, but it's also allowing us to get into new clients. So I'll explain a little bit about that a little bit further down the line. So this is the team. Tail on there, the top left-hand corner. That's me. At the side of him, I'm in the white shirt. Everybody below, this is the active pest control guys. We've got food safety auditors. We've got computer engineers. We have entomologists. So you can be sure that this system has not been designed by a software company. It's been designed by active pest controllers. So one of the things we perceived in the industry were the challenges that we come across, you know, as a pest control company daily, which is high technician turnover initially. This is really around kind of technicians having varied knowledge of what they're doing out in the field. Each pest control company has different ways of doing things, so there's a lot of uncertainty. We found a lot of our clients were struggling with recommendation management. Great to speak to clients, but you know, it's really, really important that everything you say to clients is captured in a data form, but then managed through as well. Compliance is basically my life. You know, I deal with BRC, ASDAs, Waitrose, M&S, all of the audited sites constantly. So Insectram has really kind of pulled all this together for us and help us get through all kinds of audits. Very old school. You know, when we first started out, folders, we used to get lost, you know, the night before an audit, people phoning up, the things missing out of folders. Again, Insectram, you know, has solved all that for us. So the benefits around Insectram, the efficiency really has provided us with a technological infrastructure that allows technician productivity to increase. It's also less work for clients as well. When we get onto the client portal in a little bit, what we don't want to do with any kind of pest control package software is make it more difficult for our clients. So Insectram is designed to be simple in the field, simple for us guys in the offices managing it, and also simple for clients to manage at the other end as well. So effectiveness is using real-time data. So we can use Insectram to drive proactive pest management. As we all know, huge changes in the industry at the minute. Insectram details what we can and can't do in the field and helps our technicians to make sure they make the right choices out there. Communication is key. You know, we all know that, particularly with audited clients. If there's any issues on site, we must talk to them. We always advocate talking to clients face to face, but you know, words can be forgotten. So with Insectram, we capture everything on site with photographic reports, with recommendation systems, and full recommendation management system as well. So we communicate all the way through to make sure that audits are completely undertaken well by auditors. We help you comply with CREW. Insectram includes environmental risk assessments, which will help technicians make the right choices in the field. And auditors love it. You know, we are now through our first quarter of BRC audits, and every client that we have with Insectram has passed with flying colours. So really, really confident this will work for your auditors. This is through the BRC, ISO, even down to SALSA, Retractor. You know, anybody that's out there that auditing food sites will be able to work with Insectram, and it will get the compliance through the door. So this is QR code technology. Why QR codes and not barcodes? You know, well, QR code hold a lot more data than a barcode. Barcodes tend to be ones and zeros. QR codes, when we scan a QR code, it will ask us what activity we actually have. So mouse or rat, down to species of fly and fly counts. So QR codes will capture a lot more data. Also available are NFC tags, which you may have seen. These are the kind of small chips They're called near field contact chips. A little bit more secure than QR codes, that they absolutely can never be copied. So that technology is also available as well. Again, with Insectram, constantly evolving, and we're constantly taking feedback from clients, from pest controllers, to improve the systems, you know, as we move forward. So one of the key tools with Insectram, anybody who has national clients, Insectram will help you manage them seamlessly. You can even have one client with maybe 4 or 5 different pest control companies service them for you. Insectram will pull all those together, and you can manage it all from one sector. So if you had a national client, for example, let's just use Co-op, that are using 4 different pest control companies, rather than the Co-op having to use 4 different reporting systems, everything would come through one. Everything will come through Insectram. So you could manage it as a main client, and the Co-op would only see one portal for everybody. Okay, so let's look at the way that Insectram actually runs your business. It will streamline your client data. So you will create all of your clients. It has a calendar, almost like a Google Calendar. You create your schedules for the year, all done automatically by Insectram. It will color code your technicians, and you can manage your calendars. You can see the visits that have been done, the visits that are outstanding, visits that are behind schedule. It undertakes constant data collection. So every time a QR code is scanned in the field, it collects the data and collates it for the client, and you know, for you as well. This is really transparent. So there's no way of kind of hiding away from Insectram. What the guys collect in the field is what you see and what the client sees on the portal. This really helps us to communicate well with the clients and have an honest and open discussion around what's going on, you know, on sites. And it also helps us to make the right decisions, you know, even down to things like root cause analysis, which we can come on to a little bit later. So visit reports to technical inspections, these are all done in the field on the app when the client site has been visited, the QR codes are scanned, the visit's done. The app then creates a visit report. This includes photographic recommendations as well. So it's not the kind of like a till receipt, it's a full PDF visit report that the client sees at the end of the visit. Technical inspections, I would say probably one of the best in the industry. Each inspection will take the previous quarter's data and trend it, you know, within the technical inspection report. So the client not only sees a full executive summary of the site, they'll also see the data trending as well. So previously, you know, as a pest control company, we used to trend rodents annually, which, looking back at it, was pretty pointless. You know, what's the point in getting a trend report in March for rats in January the previous year? Insectram will do it instantly, so we can constantly look at pest trending across all the sites. So this is just a demo treatment report, the kind of thing that the client will see, you know, at the end of the visit. It details the risk assessments, there's environmental risk assessments on there, and also the crew risk assessment on there as well. So before the technician starts work on site, Insectram will ask him the right questions. Are you doing it safely? Is there any risk to the environment? And are you following the crew? Through a series of kind of drop-down boxes and tick boxes. So this ensures that we are constantly staying compliant on sites. You will get details on preparations used on site, materials that your technicians used, photographic recommendations, and most importantly, client signatures at the bottom. All this is done via the mobile app. Technical inspections for you guys that are doing audited sites, much more involved. As I said before, this will show previous quarters trend analysis, an executive summary. We now have, so the technical inspector or the biologist can undertake a visit, but then complete the technical inspection on a laptop. So he's not having to sit and type you know, a long, complicated report on a mobile phone. He can go away, create an inspection separately on a laptop, publish it to the client's portal. So when we sat down and looked at, you know, what we needed, it had to be easy to use. You know, in our business, we're all gentlemen of a certain age. You know, technology does not come easy to us, so it had to be easy for us to use. It had to be easy for the technicians to use in the field, and it had to be easy for the clients to use, you know, at the back end. It's available 24/7. You know, we can't be in the old days of PestNet online when it used to crash every time somebody wanted to audit a site. So, you know, in the last 3 years, there has been no downtime on Insectram. We do have clients that still don't trust technology. So one thing that is a positive is that everything on Insectram is downloadable and printable. So anything that clients see on the portal, they can create as a PDF. They can even save it into a separate data file. So, you know, even the guys that don't trust technology, Insectram will work for them as well. We didn't want a technical team, or we didn't want to create an environment where everything costs the pest controller money. So if there's a problem and you have to call the IT service desk, would you get charged? You know, no, that is not how Insectram works. There are no setup fees, there are no tech support fees, and there are no surprises. What you see is pretty much what you get and what you pay for. It has to work online and offline. We all have sites where you go in, the data signal goes. Insectram will download data onto the mobile app at the beginning of the workday, and then it will work offline until you get a signal, and then upload everything. So there's no chance of, you know, not being able to scan anything because you're underground or in a factory. Everything works offline and uploads, you know, as soon as it gets a mobile signal. The client's portal, a technician portal, and auditor's portal must be available to everybody to see, and it should help sell your business. So, how can Insectram sell your business? As a pest controller, I know it's very, very difficult to get in to see new clients, especially audited clients. You know, the food manufacturers. It can take weeks, months, you know, even years to get in to see these guys. When you finally sit down in front of somebody, you've got one chance. And we would previously go with an old-fashioned pest control book in our hand and say, yeah, we'll do this, and yeah, we'll definitely turn up. And, you know, we weren't showing that we could do anything different to anybody else. When Insectram, it is selling our business. When we show the client the data capture, the trending availability, you know, the compliance, it's different. There's nothing else available outside of the big two, say Rentec Ecolab, for us smaller guys, and, you know, smaller national guys, to help sell a business like Insectram does. So just a summary, we understand you. You know, we're pest controllers. We work in the field constantly. So when you take on Insectram, we talk your language. You know, you can talk to us at any time. We're constantly improving it. You know, we're constantly getting feedback from sites, and Taylan and the team take on board any suggestions and improve it with our knowledge. So anything that you guys ask for, you know, we can work with it. Insectram will also work with all of the technologies. So the previous presentation by Gary, Insectram can be made to work with all that kind of technology, digital sensors and traps, as well as accounting apps as well. So you can really create a full package of running your business with Insectram. So these are some of the guys. This is who I work for, top left, Shield Pest Management. We are maybe 80% food, you know, audited clients. We went fully live with Insectram in January this year after working with Taylan for a year. And I say it's absolutely flying for our business, and our clients and auditors are loving it. So this is just a few, you know, of the guys in the UK and around Europe that are currently using Insectram. So this is not a new system. You know, this has been running for quite a few years. So it's really a full package that will run your business, help your technicians make the right decisions in the field, and very importantly, provide your end users, your clients, with a full package of fully compliant and fully auditable pest control software. So it will work for everybody, from the one-man band, you know, right the way up to the multinational guys. Everybody can use it. So if anybody wants to have any further discussions, please give us a call, contact us. We're all over Facebook, you know, LinkedIn. We have a website. Just give us a call. We're more than happy to speak to you one-on-one. We can do you know, in-person demonstrations or web demonstrations for you guys. Any questions, you know, just please ask. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a quick run through of how Insectram actually looks in real life. So here you should see my my homepage, which is Shield Pest Management. You know, this is our live business. From here we can see, you know, all new clients that have been created, any recommendations. We can even see recommendations that clients have beyond deadlines that they've set. So we can be proactive in contacting clients and saying, you know, we told you to fill this order 3 weeks ago. It's not been done. Can you please have a look at it? We can look at all of our clients' visit reports. You know, these are all the visits that have been done today or yesterday. We can look at our calendar. So this is our live work calendar. Everything you see in grey, these are visits that have been completed. Everything that's in colour, these are still outstanding. So I can manage from a business point of view and see, you know, what's being done, what's behind schedule, what the guys are doing today. Every technician has their own colour. So we can, you know, colour coded these guys. So very, very simple to manage. I can just click and move, you know, any visits that I need to move around. We also have a quality section. So this is all of the recommendations that have been raised on client sites. We can look at these by status. So we can help manage through with the clients and make sure that they're not forgetting about anything. So what we'll do is look at how Insectram works from the client's point of view. So we'll look at Hamish Foods. These guys are a food manufacturer. They have 3 branches in the UK. Okay, so what Insectram does, it looks at each branch individually. So we're not confusing data between branches. So we can look at Hamish Chili, for example. Hamish Chili has, within the factory, has 6 departments. So how Insectram works is it looks at the risk around the pest activity. So, for example, in production, they would then break production down into all the sub-departments of goods in, the main production, the packing. We do this for every single client. This then works on how we create the monitoring points on site. So monitoring point number 1 in this site is in the offices. It's in the main reception. It's a toxic box, and it's by the entrance door. So you can see how Insectram is very specific as to monitor locations. Again, you can PDF these lists, you can Excel them to print them off, give them to anybody that wants to go around and have a check. So all the way through, you know, the factory, we have fly killers, we have internal and external baits, all with very specific locations. So we know exactly where these monitors are. So we're on the client side now. So the client wants to start looking at things like, you know, when were visits done. This is all done through the reporting section. So we can look here at an activity report. We'll look at all the rodents from the beginning of the year to today. And this will give us a checklist, you know, of all the boxes that have been scanned. So you can see here by the bait number, by the location and the area, the date that they've been scanned, and then the type of activity that was on each box. So 0 is clear, M mouse, R rat, and NS not scanned. So we have options for if boxes are lost or broken, or we can't reach them for some reason. All of this data is captured. So we talked earlier about transparency, that every single thing we do is captured by Insectram. So we can look at some trending data now. So let's just look at the EFK trend data. Again, We used to do this quarterly, count the flies on site, write it down on a piece of paper, send it to the office would create a graph, send it to the client would print it out, put it in the book. All of that is not required now. As we scan a QR code for an EFK on site, it then asks us to input the fly count data, and it's captured there and then. So when we create the pest data, this is a fly catch analysis, from possibly maybe even yesterday. The data will be there. You can even run this data on rodents. So no more kind of annual rodent trending. This is now done regularly, on every single visit. We can see all the types of rodent trending data instantly. We can even look at things like root cause analysis, because some of the trending data in here is interactive. Okay, so if we run a sub-department report on rodents, so what it'll do here, it'll give us a breakdown of the site and the rodent activity across the site. So this blue bar here, the blue line is an average. So anything above this average for the year is really something we need to be looking at. So we can see here in production, quite a lot of rodent activity. So what the client can do is click on the graph, and it will start to look at the production site specifically. So within production, there's all the little sub-departments, which all look okay, apart from the main production. Okay, so we've got high levels of rodent activity in main production. Let's click on the graph again on the main production bar, and it will tell us the bait numbers that's hitting the highest levels of activity, which is number 12. So this is where we can start doing some root cause analysis. So we either go to the client and say, let's go down and have a look at bait number 12. Where is it? It's at the side of a fire door that your staff are leaving open on a night time, so the mice are getting in. So root cause analysis. So this is proactive pest control using live and active data. So we can say to the client, you need a door policy, or we'll sell you a fly screen, a fly screen door. So this kind of data is not just there in the background anymore. It's not just stuff that's put into a folder. This is now used daily and especially quarterly by our technical guys to assess the pest control, on site that's live. We also have all of the documentation. Okay, so everything that your client would ever need is on Insectram, including risk analysis. All your certificates, your BPCA certificates, your insurances. We have lists of pesticides and chemicals that are used on there. So just for rodents, for example, we have all of the labels and the MSDS. All of these open as PDFs that the client can look at. All of these have expiration dates as well. So when we upload them, or you upload them onto your client's portal, you can put an expiry date. When it's due to expire, it will remind you to change them. So you should have no instances of anything on here being out of date. We have created an audit section. This is for all our audited clients. So everything they will ever need for an audit, the BRC paperwork, responsibilities, etc., is all here. Again, this is all relevant and up to date. At the end of the year, probably a week before December the 31st, this will start bombarding me with emails to say, this is out of date, this is out of date. So we need to ensure that we're updating these for next year. We have everything for the retailer standards as well. And then, importantly, maps and lists. So Insectram will accept PDF plans or JPEGs. Coming very soon this year. I think this half year will be an interactive mapping system. So you'll be able to create your own maps on Insectram digitally. That even includes just scanning a client's map onto Insectram, and then you can drag and drop your baits locations onto it. And if anything changes, it's as simple as just dragging and dropping a bait away. There's also going to be heat map section as well, which will glow amber or red depending on the levels of pest activity, around the site. So that is just a very quick, basic run through of the live Insectram system. hopefully you can see that we are, you know, a company that I've got everybody's best interests at heart. You know, we know the challenges. We know what you're up against. You know, we've had it, and as a pest controller myself, Insectram has revolutionized our business, and it's not only keeping our existing clients happy, but we are taking on board new clients at an incredible rate. So that is pretty much it, you know, from my point of view. Anything else from you, Taylan?
I am not the gentleman you thought I was going to be.
You do not look like Taylan anymore.
No, I don't. I believe Talon will be joining us just shortly, just when Lauren and Scott managed to locate him in the list of delegates. But thank you ever so much for that. That was really something, you know, absolutely mind-blowing, the attention to detail and the scope that your software is able to deliver. Now, a very quick 5 minutes, because we're overrunning just a little bit, and we have one last presenter for the day.
Yeah.
So very quickly, I mean, we'll do one question which we will ask, and then one question which we won't ask, because one of them obviously is if you look in the question, that age-old question of what does it ask. But if I can ask that you can answer that one offline for people who phone in the rest of it, that would be grand.
Okay.
But the other one, which is quite interesting, is does your technology have the ability to integrate with ChatGPT or other AI type things, as it's becoming a more and more sort of like, you know, it's becoming a big part of our lives one way or another. So if we have that as the question that we answer, and then we will be hearing from Nina, who's going to be talking to us just afterwards.
Okay. For the AI side, do you have something on your mind, Craig?
Pardon?
You were saying something like, for the AI side, we are working with Google, not ChatGPT. Google has an AI called Gemini. For the route optimization, yes, we are working on it. We are working with it, I mean. For the WhatsApp from the platform, maybe we can talk on it about your needs, what you're asking for. We need to understand more on your question. And
I would ask, why would anybody want to use ChatGPT on a pest control visit report? You know, you report on what's there, surely.
We'll see.
It's evolving in strange and unusual ways. You saw Matt's talk at the beginning of the day with AI generated images. Who knows? Maybe we're going to have AI generated sitemaps. Who knows what the future may hold with that? Guys, thank you ever so much. It's a shame to sort of like, rush this bit at the end, because I'm sure people are gearing up to ask a lot of questions. But we've got to be, got to make sure that we all stay in time. So there's some questions that are coming up online. Answer them in the chat box below, and if you can, drop your contact details into the chat so people can come and find you offline later on, because I have no doubt there is going to be a plethora of people looking to join and chat to you. But again, guys, thank you ever so much.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
No
Alex.
worries.
Take care.